Hey y'all, this is Girl Let's Talk About It. We're on episode 3. So today's topic, we're going to talk about co-parenting. What's the key to success to having a healthy co-parenting situation? And also, what's the pros and cons of having a baby daddy and a baby mama? So we going to start this one off with Morgan.
Oh, God. All right. So let's answer your first question. I feel like the key to having a successful co-parenting relationship is there gotta be like no feelings involved, for one. Even if it's on one side, like let's say the baby mom still got feelings and the baby dad don't, like it's still gonna cause a problem because everything she's reacting off her feelings. You see what I'm saying? So anything you say or you do on your part is gonna be like a negative because she's reacting off of those feelings. I feel like when you break up, you break up. You see what I'm saying? The kids should not be involved. Women tend to use kids as pawns. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they are not over it with the dad. Me personally, me and him break up, you could take these kids with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will pay you child support. So if you're watching, I know we're not gonna break up because we stuck for life, but if you watching, just know you could take them with you. I'm not arguing. I don't want to fight. If I'm done with you, I'm done with you. Let's leave it in the past. I'm more so of like, let's move on. Be happy. You see what I'm saying? These kids should be happy and they should see us happy. If I move on, you move on. But I mean, society nowadays is like baby mama drama.
Yeah.
It's more so baby mama than baby daddy.
No, it be baby daddies. We cannot.
I mean, it do, but it's more so.
Baby
It's more
daddies be
baby
crazy.
mamas than it is baby daddies, though. That's all I've witnessed because it's like their feelings is still there. It's easier for a man to let go than it is for a woman. And when you got kids, it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? But you got some women like me, bye. Go.
That's true.
You know? But
So Kayla, even though you don't have kids, but you're gonna have some one day, and you're gonna have a baby daddy, whether it's a husband or a baby daddy or a boyfriend.
it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be something. So what you
God,
think?
please let it be a husband, because
We speaking it into existence for all of us, ladies. We all getting married.
I personally
Don't speak for me.
I don't want to be a baby mama. I'd rather be your wife, because once some papers signed, baby, we stuck like glue. You ain't going nowhere.
Till death do its part.
Because you talk about divorce, I ain't signing it. But no, seriously, I don't have kids, but I feel like in order for people to have a successful or a healthy, let's say healthy co-parenting relationships, they have to have like the same idea or same plan and goals for the kid. Besides the feelings part, I feel like that got a lot to do with, you have to know who you're having a kid with.
Oh, yeah.
Because me personally, just by dating you, I'm already picking on different stuff about you and me that we may have in common. We may have different, far as religion, far as like different like parenting skills. Like I'm not a parent. I don't have kids, but I know how I would parent, and I know how I would want my significant other to parent. Like we don't have to have the same like exact parenting skills, but it's just like we got to have some type of agreements, because we can't be co-parenting and little Bobby over here with me this weekend and he with me throughout the week, and I'm disciplining him and holding him responsible for his actions and letting him know that there's consequences behind certain things. But when he gets with you for your week, you let them get away with everything. So it's just like, how can we have a healthy or a successful co-parenting relationship if we don't agree? Because then at that point, that's when kids learn to use their parents against each other. They know that they can get away with whatever when they with daddy, but they know mommy ain't gonna play that, or vice versa. So it's just like, now y'all going at it with each other, because the kid can feel or sense that tension or that difference between the two parents.
So kids they start to learn to manipulate at a young age. Like
They sure
even
do.
with us, we learn to manipulate at a very young age.
that
So
is true.
you can manipulate your mom or you can manipulate your dad. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not in the same house. It's easy for kids to do it. And it's like, as a parent, I feel like that's where you draw that line. Like, we should be on the same page. No, she's not going to be able to do this. He's not going to be able to do that. Let's draw that line. We got to be parents. You know what I'm saying? So
I think like a healthy co-parenting relationship is, for one, I just feel like if you bitter, that's not doing nothing but dragging you down as a woman or as a man. The second thing I think is too, is as long as we're focused on what the child needs and what's important to the child, who I'm messing with and who you messing with, it shouldn't be nobody concerned. It shouldn't be none of your business. Because at the end of the day, you should trust me to know that I won't put my child in a dangerous situation, and the same with you. And also too, I feel like this can go both ways, but a lot of, like you said, they use a kid as a pawn. Like, you mad because your baby daddy may be with me, so he can't see his child.
oh yeah,
You know, I ain't got nothing to do with that. What you mad for? What you, like, you know what I'm saying? What you mad for? Like, I feel like, I also feel like at the end of the day is, oh, he ain't do what I say, so he can't see his kid.
Oh, that's
like,
a big one.
Woman, you're only, and man, because I ain't gonna, put just woman in it, but you're only affecting the child when you do that.
oh yeah.
The only person that's hurting, the father is hurting, the mother is hurting if you're trying to keep that kid away, but you're hurting the child. Because at the end of the day, a kid is innocent. They ain't asked to be here. They ain't asked to go through your shit with you. They ain't asked for none of that. Yeah. So at the end of the day, and that speaks on like child support. I feel like child support is for absent parents, not failed relationships. It ain't a man's goal or woman goal. Once y'all not together, it's not my job or his job to take care of me. At the end of the day, I do feel like if you got a 3-year-old kid, $30,000 a month, even with famous people, $5,000 a month, you want even $700. That's more than enough. What do you need that much for? And as a woman, you should hold your own down. Because I know as long as I'm breathing, my kid ain't gonna want for nothing.
Mom's supposed to make it happen.
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, it all depends on the parenting situation, because if mom's the sole parent and dad only getting the kid on the weekend, yeah, she responsible for her own household, but sometimes they not paying enough in child support. Some people be on child support only paying $50, $100. Like, that's not even
that's
baby
a different
phone bill. So
that's
it's just like it's
example.
a lot that comes with being a parent. The mom, she has to, they both need to have a household or whatever, but she's probably the sole one buying clothes, food, and stuff like that. So just like, is that something you have to have that conversation? Because is that something we gonna split all the time? Like, oh, you buy the summer clothes this year, I buy the winter clothes. Like, is we taking turns with this, or are we doing, I got my own stuff at my house and you got your own stuff at your house, and you get this child support and you do whatever you do with it? So it's just like, how do you? It's different dynamics.
But I feel you shouldn't ask for more money. If a man giving you $200 a month, what you need more for?
I feel like, okay, so here's the thing.
Kids expensive.
They not that expensive.
They not that expensive.
That's not true. That's not true. I got diapers.
If he has a household and I have a household, he's not responsible for paying my bills in my household. So let's say if that man got his own household, his bills to pay plus other kids, all you for a child, you provide that money can go towards school clothes, activities, stuff that costs money.
Private school.
And
what about if they want to go to private school?
We're going to have to split that down the middle.
But I feel like child support is for the child. It's not for your bills. I'm not paying for your rent. I'm not paying for your electric, your gas. I know my kid is there.
Yeah, I feel like
because
you lost that when you lost me.
No, it's not even about that. As a grown adult, these are things that you should be able to do. And when you bring a child into this world, that's what people don't understand. You have to be able and be stable to do what you have to do, because the child did not ask to be here. So if I'm paying you child support, that's for my kids' clothes, their school, and I mean, they want to eat.
It could be for food too.
It could be food. It's not.
It could buy their Capri Suns and their
You see
food
what I'm
snacks.
saying? It's not for your rent. It's not for your utilities.
Exactly.
It's not for you. It's for my child. So women get greedy and they want to live this lavish lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Now, if the kid was in Gucci, Burberry, designer, all type of shit, as the father, if he was providing that before, he should still provide that on his time. That's not coming out of child support. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I just feel like it's different calibers of fathers out here.
Oh,
you just gotta know what caliber
It
of a man you're having a baby with. And, you cannot be with Lil JoJo from the projects and think he about to treat you like Lil Baby treat his baby mamas, or how Country Wayne actually he got like 4 baby mamas. He has like 4 or 5 baby mamas, and he said out his own mouth he provides house for he bought their own house for each and every last one of them, and he pays child support every month. And he may have bought them all a car, but he's a different caliber of a guy. So you got to be realistic with yourself.
Baby mama should not complain.
I feel that too, but they probably don't got they probably not giving him problems. Let's talk about the ones that's giving problems. Why would I put you in a house, or why would I do this, why would I do that, and you steady in my phone worried about this, that, and other shit that don't even matter? They probably got a good ass relationship where he could do that for them. You see what I'm saying? And I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with that. If we got a relationship, we got an understanding, it's nothing wrong with that. But when you still harboring these feelings and you still feeling some type of way, I can't do that for you, because you're going to take that as to, oh, yep, he pay my bills, or yep, he do this. And it's not even that. You see what I'm saying? I'm doing this for my kids, but it's dumb broads out there that can't distinguish the two, like, this is for the kids and not for me. And I feel like he probably got that understanding.
Yeah, and I feel like it goes with a lot. He probably got that understanding with the mother of his kids. And it goes a lot to where sometimes some men will do that just because they want to make sure their kid is in a healthy and living situation. You see what I'm saying? They don't want them to have to be, she's staying with her mama. No, I'm gonna make sure I go buy her this house just so I know my daughter is in a healthy environment, because a lot happens when you got all these different strangers around your kids, and then your kid may fall victim to certain stuff, and then you may feel less of a parent, but no, you were struggling, so you had to go stay with X, Y, and Z. But not saying that he's obligated to buy you that house, but it doesn't hurt if a man decides to do that for the mother of his kids.
But this one, I think dudes need to take some type of responsibility, you know, because if you messing with a girl, right, and you put her on, and you putting her in this Gucci, this Prada, this Chanel, this Versace, and then y'all have a kid, and y'all break up, like Future, this Future, for example. You doing all of these for these girls, you can't, come on now, you gotta take responsibility to know, like, once you have a baby, you don't think they want to continue this lifestyle? If before you met that girl and she could not afford that lifestyle for her, and you have a kid, the first thing they're gonna go for what? Is your money, right? Yeah. Because guess what? They're going to expect to keep up that lifestyle. They're going to be expecting to ride in a Rolls Royce or a Range Rover and have the best of the bag. So they're going to put you on child support. And that go for a man too. Like you said, you need to watch who you have kids with. Because at the end of the day, I think a lot of dudes feel like when they put these women in these positions to win, or even put these women in these positions to get clout or boss their life up, that's coming with a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a kid by this woman and y'all not together no more and all the finances stop, you caused that situation. You made her, you know what I'm saying? You made her feel like she needed this amount of money. You put her there. She ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? She knows she want to keep getting that. And at the end of the day, they don't make it no better, because a lot of men do feel like all they gotta do is throw money, and that's being a father. That's not being a father, you know. And I also feel women think the same thing too. No, if you have a kid by a man, let's say a man cannot provide as much as you expect him to, but he's there, because time means more to these kids than material stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if he's in that kid's life and he's active, you know, picking them up here and there from school, taking them to the park, spending time with them, but he can't afford to put him in your 2-year-old son in Gucci for his photo shoot. To me, I just think that's ridiculous. So that mean put him on child support? No,
that's what I'm saying. A lot of women do it out of spite. They don't do it for the right reasons. Now I can see if this man was a deadbeat and you have to put him on child support, but when you go do it out of spite for a man who's taking care of his kids, I feel like you set that boundary. That's a boundary you just set right there. Like, oh, okay, you want me to do this, like, I could have did more for you, but you wanted this, so I'm gonna give you what you want. But that's what it goes to show. Damn if I do, damn if I don't.
But that's another thing what we was talking about. Now, how y'all feel about when y'all see these dudes out here fly as fuck, but kids in busted up, light up shoes, and they got on $700 pair of Burberry shoes? What y'all think about that? Cause that bothers me. That just bothers me. Like, I'm not trying to talk about kids, and I'm not talking about nobody kids, but at the end of the day, I was raised where my mother would go throw her rollers and her scarf in just to make sure that my hair was done.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about the girls having the frontals 20-inch jet, 30-inch jet black, and the kids' braids looking like 20 months old? How y'all feel about that?
I personally feel like people need to realize when you have kids, no matter how rich you is, it comes with making a sacrifice. Because sometimes, like, even with rich people, they may have all the money to financially provide for the kid whatever they want, but it's just like you don't have the time, so you have to sacrifice your business schedule, the way you make money, just to spend that time with the kid. So when having a kid, no matter what part of life you in or whatever, you have to be willing to make a sacrifice, because sometimes you may have to go without the newest shoes or the newest purse because you're gonna make sure your kid has everything they need.
Yeah.
So it's just like, if you're not willing to sacrifice or compromise your lifestyle, whether it's time or financially, don't have no kids.
She gonna be a good mom, y'all. She's not even a mom, and that's a shame. Literally, that people don't even know this. And I also feel like, Jaleesa, like me, I got daughters. Like Riley, she's 7 now, but she just now starting to know like Gucci and stuff is. But before she liked them damn light up shoes. I hated them, but you gotta let the kid be a kid. You know what I'm saying? Now that's the difference. Like, I'm not taking away from what you said. That's the difference, because my kids, even though she don't know, her first picture, she was out the womb Gucci down. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even have no Gucci. My baby had Gucci. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But I also let her. She's her own person. So, but now that she's got older, like, Mom, I want Gucci. I want this. I agree. Of course. So I'm gonna buy it just like I buy, because I want my kids to have good taste, and I want them to like what they like. And I would not be a mom or a woman to go buy this and that, and my kids looking like who did it and why.
Why? Exactly. I agree.
Then with being a girl mom, my hair, I got a hat on, but my baby's hair is done. I'm never gonna let my baby walk around with her hair a mess and mine is just flowing. I think that's the most tackiest shit as a woman, because your kids are a reflection of you. So you should always make sure they look. They ain't gotta be a designer. You can go to Target, Walmart, and get some cool ass shit. You see what I'm saying? Anything.
Like, some parents think I hate that. Some parents think that's cute to have your kids competitive. Like, oh, your kid dirty and my kid fly because he got on this. No, let a kid be a kid. And I agree with that. Like, if my son wanted to
your kid can be fly and the baby's 5 and still don't know the ABC.
ABC and stuff. That's another thing too. Like, you spend all this money, but your kids don't know. You know what I'm saying? Ain't been here. Can't, you know what I'm like? Just a whole, like, you just not spending no kid time with your kid. Yeah. But I agree with that. If my son wanted some light up shoes, I'm gonna buy it for him. Yeah. But I don't agree with. I was gonna say something.
I feel like I'm no handbook situation. You don't get a handbook for how to be a parent.
You don't.
You just basically go off your experience of how your parents were parents to you
too, though,
and how you want to be a better parent, or maybe you want to be the same kind of parent that you had growing up. But I feel like your parenting skills and your presence in your child's life should not depend on what somebody else or will not do, or how somebody making you feel, or how they not making you feel. So, like, you have to be a good parent regardless of whether you with the baby daddy or baby mama or not. Like, don't let that deter you from the ultimate goal, because at the end of the day, once a kid grows up, they gonna remember that. And once they get a certain age, they start to have, like, very resentful.
They're gonna be very resentful. You're right about that. And then
feelings.
Another thing, I'm gonna just say it, like, and I just don't agree with too. You can be spending money. I don't agree with you spending $500. You buy your friend a Gucci belt or something, but you can't afford to buy your son no 4-wheeler.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. You can cash out for your friends and these girls, or even with a dude. You can spend hella money on your dude lawyer, or buying your dude, you know what I'm saying, BB Simon belt and stuff like that, but your son or your daughter want a $200 tricycle. You can't even buy that. Come on now, that's a problem.
That's priorities. That's
a real life
That's
problem.
where you distinguish boys from men. You see what I'm saying? Or
and
even
women,
a girl
women
from women. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta know. You gotta really know who you dealing with. That's how I feel. Like, do not. My biggest advice to you, Kayla, is Do not have kids until you know who you having kids by and you are ready. Because it's a lot of women out here who have kids and they not ready. And because I was like that, I had my baby when I was 19. Like, I wasn't ready to have a kid, but I did what I had to do to be a mom. I did what I had to do. But you got some women who don't know what to do. That's why it's a lot of kids in foster homes, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like, my biggest advice to you is know what you do.
Or a lot of people having kids with certain people just because they feel like that's going to keep the person, male or female.
Yeah, a baby is not going to keep nobody.
If you're not ready to be a parent, if you're not ready to be a parent, do not. Okay. Cause just so you want to be with that person forever.
How do y'all deal with being in a relationship with people who got kids? Like, how do you deal with the baby mama? Now, that's the question with co-parenting. Because when you're in a relationship with a man, you deal with having to be a part of that co-parenting. Like, even though it has nothing to do with you, you're automatically kind of put in the middle. Because even though you had caused the problems, you kind of in the middle of the problem now. Because, you know, if they don't have... Because women and men, they be upset. Like, they see that this dude or this woman, they love you, they treating you right and stuff, and they giving you stuff that they ain't never got. And now all of a sudden, it's like... They ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? How you deal with that? Because for a long time, you know,
it's harder.
People got to deal with some type of drama. You know,
it's harder than what people make it seem. Like on the internet, you be like, oh, you see celebrities like, oh, they co-parent. You know what I'm saying? Like step parents. It's harder. It's like you just gotta know. Like some people are not mature. Some people are not over the past. So you just gotta be like, if you want to be with a person, you just gotta be either you're gonna accept it or you not. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying accept disrespect because you should never accept that, but you gotta understand, like, as me as a woman, I understand that it's feelings still involved. So it's like, until you get over those feelings, you're never gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm never the one that's gonna downplay a woman's feelings because I got feelings too. But like, enough be enough. Like, I mean, damn, like, if you see him moved on, you see him happy, he taking care of his kids still, he ain't left them out. What else can you complain about?
Mine is leave me out y'all bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't gonna keep coming for me.
But people do it. But here's my thing. I don't care about all that. Come for me all you want to. Come for me. Say I did this, do that. That's fine. But at the end of the day, I'm over here happy. I'm over in a place that you want to be. So it's like it's gonna always be a problem.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be a problem. But it's like I gotta be a woman and I gotta not let that affect my relationship with the kids or my relationship with my man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If he doing what he's supposed to do, fuck what you feel like. You gonna always be mad. Period.
Me personally, dating somebody with kids used to be like a deal breaker for me. Just because I don't like.
She always said it.
I don't like drama. I don't like to argue. I can barely raise my voice. I'm not an argumentative person, so I used to always be like, I would never date a dude with kids. Like, it's a no-go for me because I don't want the extra drama. But I gave it a try once, and I feel like with the whole situation, I never put myself in their business. Mm-hmm. I let him handle his kid and his baby mother, and he always kept me in the light. Like, I knew what was going on, but I never overstepped my boundaries. Yeah. Like, I don't tell him how to be a father. He already knows how to be a father. He already knows how to be a parent. I don't tell him, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Because at the end of the day, you're a dad. And at the end of the day, that's the mother of your kids. So do what you got to do to get that, establish that healthy relationship that's need to be there anyway. So
just don't disrespect me.
I never had no dealings with his baby mama. Like, she don't have my number. I don't have her number. We don't communicate no shape, fashion, or form. Mm-hmm. And it worked out like that. So it's just like, it's no need for us to communicate to me personally, because if he know how to be a parent, y'all got that own relationship and y'all can talk amongst each other, that's fine. But I feel like for a person like me to date somebody who has a kid and you don't, you have to be willing to accept him and that kid, because
of course
that's like an extra person that's gonna always be in your relationship. So you have to be willing to be a present person in his life and that kid life, because that kid comes from him.
Mm-hmm. How you feel about it?
I feel like at the end of the day, I can't tell you how. If you want my advice, I'll give it to you. But I can't tell you how to be a parent. I just feel like as a man is not. Sometimes he cannot control the situation, but at the end of the day, he can. A man is not going to put you in that situation to where you're going to come with all that type of drama and negativity. Yeah. But I do feel like you know, I want to know like what you guys think with
I feel like
co-parenting.
a good one too is when you dating somebody who has kids from a prior relationship, or you don't have kids, or whatever the case may be. You have to.
What you want?
Don't overstep your boundaries. Like, even though the kid may be around, like, I'm not trying to be like, I'm not gonna discipline nobody else's kids. To a certain extent, like I might tell you to stop doing something, but far as like whooping somebody else's kid, I'm not gonna. That's a
boundary you gotta have set.
I'm not whooping.
Yeah, set.
Just imagine. Can you imagine yourself whooping? I'm not about to.
I don't want to watch them if I can't whoop their ass.
That's what I feel.
No, I'm
feel
just
the
kidding.
same. No, I feel that way though. I feel like if your kid, okay, say for instance,
but it's different ways to discipline a kid.
Oh
without
yeah,
putting your hands on them.
it is. But if it takes that route, and it needs to be that route,
if it gets to the point of a whooping, I'm gonna tell your dad.
And I've been in this situation.
But if I'm gonna tell you to go stand in the corner, or I'm gonna tell you to go sit down, I'm gonna tell you to stop doing this or stop doing that. But I'm not gonna never put my hands on you.
How many times you gonna say that?
No, I ain't gonna put that. I ain't gonna put my hands on you because then I'm gonna have to beat your mama ass. But the third, no, not saying that. But I just feel like too. It is a time for respect. Some kids, if depending on age, they know how old they is. So if you don't keep disrespecting me, I gotta check you and I gotta let you know I've been in that situation. I've had to, you know what I'm saying? Say like, I'm grown, you a kid. At the end of the day, I ain't trying to come in between.
You can discipline them without putting your hands on them.
I ain't gonna put my hands on them because I ain't trying to go to jail as bad as maybe I want to. Because I'm a little immature when it comes to that. But I ain't gonna put my hands on nobody's kid. But at the end of the day, a man ain't gonna. Some men allow their kids to be bad as fuck and to disrespect their girls. That ain't gonna fly, because then you can't get mad if I check your child.
Now let me tell y'all, I've been in this situation, and I feel like how it takes a village to raise a motherfucking kid. Mm-hmm. Period. Point blank. Now I've been in this situation, and I called the dad and I told him what she did. He like, oh no, pop her ass. I popped her. It was a problem with the mom. But I talked to the mom and I told her, like, if my child did that, the same shit she did, it was to the extreme, pop her. I'm not waiting till she get home. She gonna know at that moment, you was wrong. That's what I don't understand. You can't a kid can't do something and then an hour later you discipline them. No, just like a fucking dog. If the dog pee and you pop that dog, you gotta discipline at that moment. And when it takes a village, it takes a village. Like, everybody gotta know, like, I'm not the mom that's gonna let my kid be off the chain. Mm-hmm. If you see Riley doing some shit, pop her ass. I don't give a fuck. Pop her. I'm not saying hurt that kid. Pop her ass. I'm all for popping a motherfucking kid.
But sometimes people torture people's kids.
Oh, like, I'm not doing that.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So we gonna ask our audience, and you know, what do y'all feel like? What's the best key points to co-parenting? Are y'all in co-parenting situations? How do you deal with a dude with a baby mama, or a man with a baby mama, or a dude with
a girl with a baby daddy?
There we go, girl with a baby daddy. So y'all gotta tune in to Girl Let's Talk About It. And that's it, y'all.